Hello everyone, myself Kuhu Sarkar. Today I am going to discuss the 14 June English question paper evening shift. So I had already discussed the morning shift question paper. If you did not watch my video, please go and watch it. So here I divided the question paper into four or five parts. So I try to bring out the questions, but it is not the same as it is because it is not possible to bring the question as it is, right? So let's discuss, and if you like my video, please show your support. So, British literature. Who is the writer of the play Galatea? The answer will be John Lilly. So, they always focus on Elizabethan dramatists. So, the writer of the Galatea is John Lilly. Then, question number second. Who wrote Novum Organum? And the answer will be Francis Bacon. Novum Organum was written by Francis Bacon. Question number 3. Who wrote The Voyage of Beagle? And the answer will be Charles Darwin. Voyage of Beagle by Charles Darwin. Then question number 4. Who wrote the poem addressed to a steam vessel? And the answer will be Joanna Bailey. Joanna Bailey wrote Addressed with Steam Vessel. Then question number 5. Who wrote A Sketch of the Anglo-Indian Literature? Sorry for the typo. A Sketch of Anglo-Indian Literature, and the answer will be Edward Farley Otten. Then question number 6. In which work of Charles Dickens there is a 19-year-old boy with his mother and sister Kate? And the answer will be, you all know, Nicholas Nickleby. Then question number 7. Which is the first novel written by Beryl Bainbridge? And the answer will be Harriet Said. Beryl Bainbridge was a English writer, and the answer will be Harriet Said. Then question number 8 from British literature. Who does Achitophel represent in the Absalom and Achitophel by John Dryden? And the answer will be Shaftesbury. So you know that in the last year also they asked a question from Absalom and Achitophel, and now this time also they asked a question from Absalom and Achitophel by John Dryden, and the answer will be Shaftesbury. Achitophel represents Shaftesbury. Then question number 9. To whom Spencer Shepherd's calendar dedicated to? Spencer's famous work Shepherd's calendar dedicated to Philip Sidney. Then question number 10. Which are the parts of Orestria trilogy? And the answer will be Agamemnon, the Libation Bearers, and Eumendes. Orestria trilogy, Agamemnon, the Libation Bearers, and Eumendes. Then question number 11. Which two periodicals were related to Joseph Addison? And the answer will be the Tatler and Spectator. So they focused on Joseph Addison, and his periodicals are the Tatler and the Spectator. The question number 12. Two periodicals stated by Dickens. Two periodicals started by Dickens, and the answer will be All the Year Round and Household Words. All the Year Round and Household Words. Then question number 13. Which of the following were published in 1791? And the answer will be Life of Samuel Johnson and Rights of Man by Thomas Paine. So the answer will be Life of Samuel Johnson and Rights of Man. Then there is easy question, diary writer, and the answer will be John Evelyn. Then question number 15. Which novel of D.H. Lawrence was banned for portrayal of sex and open use of four-letter word? And you all know the answer will be Lady Chatterley's Lover. It is also called a pornography. So, Lady Chatterley's Love was the answer. Lucasta is a poem by Richard Lovelace. Then question number 17. And so I missed my chance with one of the lords of life, and I have something to expiate. A pittiness. Identified the line. And the answer will be Snake by T.H. Lawrence. So there are other poems by D.H. Lawrence in the option, and the answer will be Snake. Then matching question. Edward Gibbon's famous work, The History of the Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. Edmund Burke, a philosophical inquiry to the origin of our ideas of the sublime and beautiful. John Locke, an essay concerning human understanding. So there are other option maybe. So these are three right. Then question number 19, Thomas Paine's Rights of Man. There is a question from Thomas Paine's Rights of Man. Then question number 20, there is a question from sources of Shakespearean tragedy. Then Brooks on the sublime. Then there is a question, you have to arrange it in chronological order of Thomas Carlyle's work. You know that in morning shift also they asked Thomas Carlyle's work, right? So there is a question from Raymond Williams. Raymond Williams' work, you have to arrange it in chronological way. Then Thomas Love Peacock's work, you have to arrange it in chronological order. Then T.S. Eliot's essay, you have to arrange it in chronological way. And the answer will be tradition and individual talent will be the first, 1919. Then metaphysical poet, 1921. Then notes towards the definition of culture, 1948. And frontiers of criticism, 1956. So you have to arrange it in chronological order. Then question number 26, works of William Collins, you have to choose the right one, and the answer will be Basil and the Woman in White. Then there is a question from Hardy's poem. Then there is a question, Louis Mackney's work, you have to arrange it in chronological order. Then there is a question from Philip Larkin's poem. There is also a question where they ask about poetry collection, Philip Larkin's poetry collection. There is a question about founding members of the school of thought. Then there is a question about 14th century secular prose writers. There is also a question about members of Kit Kat Club, and the answer will be Richard Steele, Joseph Addison, and William Congreve. So let's see about the Indian literature questions. So there is a question, rough passage poem by R. Parthasarathi. So rough passage poem is by R. Parthasarathi. Then there is a question, Niji Musical's work, you have to arrange it in chronological order. I think there are two questions about Niji Musical. One where he add in chronological order, you have to arrange it in their by their birth, born year. And there is another question where the works of Niji Musicals was asked. Then question number 3, while I, wife and a mother, insignificant as a fly. The line was taken from Kamala Das, A Widow's Lament. Why I, wife and mother, insignificant as a fly by Kamala Das in A Widow's Lament. Then there is some questions from linguistics, and the first question, direct method of teaching in English and target language also. So there is a question, statement based question, a long question about direct method of teaching. It's also you can add in teaching aptitude and language, target language question. Then there is a question about universal grammar, which was given by Noam Chomsky. Then see about criticism. In criticism part, I only add one. Others I forgot. Who translated Aristotle's Poetics into Latin? And the answer will be George Bhalla. So there are other questions from criticism. So if you remember, please write in the comment section. So questions from American literature. Who is the writer of Typee? Easy question. And the answer will be Herman Melville. Then choose the previous title of Whitman's Out of the Cradles Endlessly Rocking. So choose the previous title. And the answer will be A World Out of the Sea and A Child's Reminiscence. So The answer will be A World Out of the Sea and Child's Reminiscence are the previous title of Whitman's Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking. Then question number 3, matching questions, and there are two questions I think, as I remember, from Faulkner. um, First question, you have to arrange his works in chronological order, and second question, in the match the following questions. So Ernest Hemingway, Across the River and Into the Trees. William Faulkner, Light in August. So there are William Faulkner is very much important. In both ships they asked questions from him. Across the River and Into the Trees by Ernest Hemingway and William Faulkner, Light in August. Then statement based question about Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man. And let's see about theory part. Theory part, they ask, on out on stage lesbian and gay theater in the 20th century is a book by, and the answer will be Alan Sinfield. Out on Stage, Lesbian and Gay Theatre in the 20th Century is a book by Alan Sinfield, who established British cultural studies along with Richard Hooker, Stuart Hall, and the answer will be Raymond Williams. So it's an easy question. There is also a question about, you have to arrange William Raymond's work in chronological order. Then match the following question: Derrida, Reconstruction, Gramsci, Hegemony, Habitus, Bourdieu, Interpellation, Althusser. So it's an easy question. Then question from world literature: in which work there is a play within a play? And the answer will be Silence, the Court is in the Session, uh, by Vijay Tendulkar, and Six Characters in Search of an Author by Sartre. No, it's not by Sartre. 1 minute. So it's by Luigi Pirandello. Okay, sorry for the mistake. As Six Characters in Search of an Author by Luigi Pirandello. Then there is another question. The Flies is a play by Jean-Paul Sartre. So it's a play by Jean-Paul Sartre. Then Brechet's work, they ask, you have to choose the correct one. Gaussian chalk circle, Galileo, man equals man. So these are three works by Brechet's. Then there are questions from research methodology. First is MLA Handbook 8th edition citation questions. You have to choose the right one. They give you the examples. And there is also a question from higher education: Macaulay Minutes, Indian by blood and English by taste. So they ask this question. So that's all. As I can remember, I also see the videos of Kalyani Valats and take some questions from her videos, and I also remember uh, and try to jot down all the questions because I sat for this exam. So thank you very much. If you like my video, please show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing my channel. Thank you.